You know, freedom is one of the core values of modern society, but what nobody ever really talks about out loud is that not everyone has the same amount of freedom, and even fewer people understand the different types of freedom you can actually unlock. Some people have money but no time. Some are physically free but mentally trapped. And some can travel anywhere, but they can never be themselves. So in this video, we're breaking down the 10 levels of freedom and showing you what your life could become when you finally unlock them. Welcome to Alux. All right, starting off at level 1, physical freedom. Now, physical freedom is the most basic, yet most fundamental form of freedom that you could ever have. Without it, the higher levels don't really mean that much. Life without physical freedom can take on many forms, and not all of them are dramatic. In some cases, it is literally restraint. You're in prison, captivity, or some kind of environment where your physical movement is dictated by someone else. Now, in most cases, not being physically free is a matter of health. You either have a terrible illness or injury, or you're just not in good enough shape to climb a flight of stairs when there isn't an elevator. It's hard to feel free when your body doesn't really feel like it's within your control, and that's why physical freedom has to come first. If you actually want to use any other type of freedom, you have to be physically able to act on your choices. That's why this level is so fundamental. It connects your intentions and your actions. You can move when and where you want. You can go where you choose and control the direction of your day in a literal, physical sense. You're not necessarily everywhere you want to be, that comes later, but you can at least move in any direction you choose. Then there's level 2, that is freedom of opportunity, and this one shapes your life more than you could possibly realize. When you don't have freedom of opportunity, you're basically following the script that was handed to you. Your parents did one thing, so you do the same thing, and your kids will probably repeat that pattern too. Not because you want to, necessarily, but because you're boxed in by your environment, the people around you, and the circumstances you were born into. You don't know anyone who can open doors for you, nobody reaches out with new possibilities, and even if you dream bigger, you don't have the skills or connections to make any of it real. You're not choosing a path, you're accepting the only one on the table. But once you start unlocking freedom of opportunity, things begin to shift noticeably. You gain skills that let you move in different directions. You meet people who introduce you to new ideas and new possibilities. Suddenly, you're not limited to one career, one environment, or one version of yourself. Taking on a new project doesn't feel impossible anymore, it just feels like a decision. But what changes here isn't just the quantity of opportunities in your life, it is the ability to choose among them. Not only are there many doors to choose from, but you are the one who gets to decide which ones to walk through. Now, the third level is mental freedom, and this is where you realize your own mind can either be your greatest asset or the main thing holding you back. You see, when you don't have mental freedom, your thoughts aren't really your thoughts. They're shaped by insecurity, tradition, dogma, propaganda, or whoever's trying to manipulate you this week. Instead of forming your own thoughts, you just end up absorbing other people's. And for a lot of people today, it gets even worse. If you've had moments where you finish a long TikTok session and you feel like your brain's just been put in an air fryer, that's what a lack of mental freedom looks like. Your mind becomes accustomed to being stimulated without really having to work, and you lose your ability to think for yourself. You lose control over your mind. When you unlock mental freedom, though, it means you can sit with your own thoughts for 15 minutes without panicking. You can question what you've been taught. You can evaluate ideas without needing a group to approve them. You stop outsourcing your worldview to your phone or the people around you, and you learn to think for yourself and come up with new ideas. Again, this is one you need to unlock if you want the other levels of freedom. It is fundamental. And speaking of, level 4 is financial freedom, and this is the one that people feel the most pressure from, even if they don't want to admit it. Let's face it, okay? Money is a big part of life, and when you don't have financial freedom, it places a sort of invisible wall around your life. Your bills decide your choices. Your bank balance factors into every decision you make. And instead of asking yourself what you want to do, you ask yourself, what can you afford to do? Those are two very different questions. Without financial freedom, even small things become stressful. You hesitate before saying yes to dinner with your friends. You stay in dead-end jobs because you don't want to risk losing a paycheck. And even when you do imagine a bigger life, the first thought that pops into your head is, yeah, but how would I pay for it? Look, money doesn't buy happiness, but enough of it will solve like 98% of your problems and make your life a whole lot better, objectively speaking. So when you've got savings, a few income streams, maybe even some investments growing quietly in the background, you have peace. You start making decisions based on what you actually want. And look, here's the thing, okay? Once you get the tiniest bit of financial freedom, you start to realize how much further you can go when you actually understand how wealth creation works. The bad news is they don't teach this stuff in school, but the good news is there is a way to learn it. Reaching financial freedom means learning how to build wealth intentionally, even if you're starting from scratch. It means learning how to find and create opportunities and how to develop the kind of mindset that actually attracts money instead of repelling it. That's exactly why we built the Alux app, our own education platform, to teach you what the mainstream education system won't for some reason. You can download the Alux app for free today by going to Alux.com/app, and if you want 25% off our yearly subscription, you can just scan that QR code on screen. That's Alux.com/app and scan that QR code to get yourself the discount. All right, let's get back to the levels of freedom, shall we? We've got some of the best yet to go. So level 5 is time freedom, and honestly, this is one of the rarest ones. Let me know if this sounds familiar, okay? When you don't have time freedom, someone else decides how your hours are used. You wake up when you're told to wake up. You work when you're told to work. You eat, rest, commute, even sleep on a schedule you didn't design yourself. For the majority of people, that's exactly what a 9-to-5 job is. If you like slow mornings, too bad. If you like working out before lunch, too bad. You're renting out your day and trying to live in the hours left over. Time freedom changes that completely. Now, it doesn't mean you stop working. It just means that you choose when to rest and when to focus, when to move your body and when to explore new things. Like an architect, you get to design your day around your natural energy, your goals, and the version of life that you want to live. And in a pretty cool way, your schedule becomes a reflection of you, or actually, who you're trying to become. Because, yeah, how you spend your hours becomes how you spend your years. Time freedom gives you the ability to design your life on your own terms, and honestly, once you get a taste for it, it is very hard to go back. Now on to level 6, and that kind of freedom is emotional freedom. And look, this one might sound kind of cheesy, but it's actually what's holding most people back from living the life they want. A lack of emotional freedom shows up in both big moments and small ones. Maybe you start a new project, but you don't have the motivation to finish it. Maybe you crumble every time you're under pressure. Or maybe you don't stand up for yourself when you know you're right about something. What happens when you don't have emotional freedom is your feelings end up driving your actions. They decide what you say, what you do, and how you react. And even though emotions happen inside of your own body, it doesn't feel like you are the one at the steering wheel. Building emotional freedom doesn't mean you stop feeling emotions. That's physically impossible. You're still going to feel nervous before giving a speech. But when your emotions are under your control, you can do the thing anyway. You still feel frustrated and jealous and angry, but instead of reacting automatically, you create space between the emotion and the action. And in that space, you get to choose. Emotional freedom makes you stronger, more disciplined, and far more resilient. It makes you less reactive and more intentional, which means you can actually follow through on your plans. It's extremely underrated and extremely powerful. Level 7 is location freedom, and this one is all about controlling your environment instead of having your environment control you. So when you don't have location freedom, you're tied to one city, one office, one daily route, and in many cases, one country. The point is, your surroundings are chosen for you. You live in whatever environment life happened to place you in, with people that life decided to place there too. Now, of course, not everyone wants to spend half the year inside of an airport, but that's not the point of location freedom. Chances are, The place you're born in might not be the place that actually supports your goals. So it's about being able to shape the space around you. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing what your office looks like. Other times it's the ability to move across the world because that's where your industry is growing. And if you want to work from a beach with your laptop and a pina colada in your hand, that's an option too. There are a few ways that people unlock this level. Some people become digital nomads, and others stack more passports than any sane person ever reasonably would need. But the effect is the same. Location freedom gives you the ability to place yourself in new cultures, new industries, and new mindsets whenever you need to. And when you can choose where you live, you also choose who you become. Alright, so moving along again, level 8 is social freedom, and this one's got two sides. The first side is internal. Now, you've probably felt this at some point, okay? Wanting to dress a certain way or try something new, but stopping yourself because you're imagining someone else's reaction. So you hide parts of yourself, you hold back your opinions, and you avoid taking risks because you're terrified of looking stupid, getting rejected, or being criticized. You live in constant fear of what other people think of you. That is not freedom. Now, the second side of social freedom is external. It's the ability to surround yourself with people you actually want in your life. And this is tough because, look, if you want to spend time with people who are in incredible shape, you kind of need to be in great shape yourself. If you want to spend time with entrepreneurs, thinkers, or high-level performers, you have to bring something to the table. When you unlock social freedom, you get the good part of both of these sides. First, you stop living in fear of judgment. You express yourself, you take risks, and you get to be the truest version of who you are. The cool thing is, when that happens, you naturally start to surround yourself with higher-level people. Not by forcing your way in, no, but by becoming the kind of person they appreciate. Someone who's genuinely themselves. Now, level 9 is power freedom. And this type of freedom is a spectrum, and everyone is on it. When you don't have power freedom, your life just is what it is, and you have no real ability to change it. But on the other side of that coin, having complete power freedom basically makes you a god. The thing is, power isn't just about politics. At its core, power is a status, but it's built through skill. Power in learning how to negotiate, how to persuade, how to build teams, how to take an idea and make it real. Power is the skill of making things happen, and as you develop that skill, you realize that it gives you an immense amount of freedom. You can negotiate your salary and actually get the number you asked for. You can convince a group of talented people to help you on a project. You can make a phone call and find an investor for a new business. At the highest end of power and freedom, you can literally rewrite the rules of society, but it starts smaller than that. Remember, it is a skill and you can learn it. And now finally, at level 10, this is absolute freedom, the highest level of freedom you could possibly achieve, and it's when every other form of freedom comes together. You see, it's pretty hard to tick all of the boxes we talked about today. You can have time freedom, but still be broke. You can have physical freedom, but no opportunities. You can have emotional freedom, but not the status to choose your social circle. Most people are missing a few pieces of the puzzle. Absolute freedom is what happens when you complete it. Your physical body isn't holding you back. Your mind is your own, your time belongs to you, your money supports your choices, and you've got enough power to shape the world around you. And yes, reaching this level requires an insane amount of determination. You have to be an absolute unit of an individual, but it isn't a fantasy. Look, if you want to raise your right hand right now, you can. If you want to put your sports clothes on and go for a run, you can. If you want to build a business tonight, you can take that first step. Absolute freedom is what happens when you take that basic ability to choose and express it at the highest possible level. It is the full and intentional use of our own free will. Alright, Aluxer, those are the 10 levels of freedom. And hey, if you want to become an absolute unit of an individual, check out the Alux app. We know you're going to love it, and you can get it for free by going to Alux.com/app. Alright, with that said, take care, Aluxer. We'll see you back here next time.